What's up, guys? Just wanted to get on here and talk about fear. I just recorded this video twice, and with the first take I didn't like it, and the second time I thought I was recording but didn't click the fucking button. But I think I titled this video something along the lines of "Fear will kill you," something like that. And this is very, very true, and it's hidden. Fear is hidden a lot of times behind the choices we are given in our daily lives, because a lot of choices we'll have in our daily lives will convince us that a lot of fear that we have in our daily lives will convince us that the choices filled with fear are the right choices, and it's wrong. And you know, you can twist that, we can twist that as humans as like it's trying to protect us, which biologically it is true. You know, fear, just a reaction in your brain to protect you from dangerous situations, scenarios, right? But you have to realize that we're more civilized now. We're modern humans, right? So that means that we also have the capability to perceive that choice as a negative choice. And how you do that is you have your bigger picture in mind. You have that vision of yourself, or that person you want to be in 5-10 years, whatever it is, and you make choices according to that guy or girl, right? Whoever you are. And I don't want to preach to you or you guys, right? But and I want to make this relatable too, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about my experiences with it. In the past, I have made strictly fear-based decisions that I thought would be good for me to either recover or take a break or whatever it is, right? It can manifest itself in a lot of things, but for me, it was more of a recovery sense, and I took time off from something that I loved. You guys, obviously, if you've watched my channel, you know exactly what I'm talking about, jiu-jitsu, right? So I took time off from that because I thought there was something unresolved inside of me to really think more deeply on. And the craziest solution that I got from this whole thing was I need to think less. And you know, people have told me this many times before, right? To stop thinking so much, you're overcomplicating things, but in your mind you don't see it that way. You know, with a person with an opinion, as a person with an opinion, and as a person who's just perceiving their life from their lenses in their own mind, processing things in their mind instead of an outside perspective, we get caught up in our problems a lot of times, in our negative experiences, and we make this narrative that isn't true. It's completely false. And I want to help people that fall into that trap. And the simplest thing is to continually conquer fear. Continually conquer it. And what I mean by that is the things that you're afraid of doing, do more of them and keep doing more of them, because the more of those things you avoid, the worse of a man you will become, or girl you will become, woman you will become, whatever, right? And the reason that is because you have this vision of yourself in your mind, and this great version of you is either, it doesn't even have to be accomplishments wise, you can be a family man, a great father. That's what you want to be, right? A great father per se, or a great mother, or you know, whatever that is. You know, you have that vision in your mind, and if you are not taking action, no, sorry, let me rephrase that. If you are choosing to avoid the things that you don't want to do, that you know will be good for you, you are not becoming that man / woman you want to be. You know, that woman / man would do those things. And this to the person that was in my spot a couple months ago, 3 months ago, something like that, you know, really just destroyed, your ego gone, you know, you make yourself to be somebody that's terrible, and a person that can't do anything, and a person that feels like his life is worthless, or her life is worthless. But I'm telling you now, for one, your life is not worthless, and two, with tough love you know, to everybody in my position, because this is what I tell myself as well. You just have to do it. And it's that simple. And it's especially harder for people with, you know, extreme anxiety or social anxiety or whatever you have, right? You'll make these excuses in your mind. And I'm not saying those are excuses, because I myself have an anxiety disorder. But you make these things that you blow them up in your mind too much, right? And if you constantly use your disability or whatever trauma you've had in your past as a crutch, you'll never become the man or woman you want to be, because you'll always be the man or woman who has this thing, or acts because of this way, because she has this or he has this, if you know what I'm trying to say here. And the way you stop that from happening is you conquer your fear, once again. And don't think you have to start every week, every day, conquering every obstacle, you know, every obstacle that you've yet to face. But set out a little plan for yourself, you know, have things in your week or day by day, whatever you prefer, right? If you're more of a big picture person, do it week by week. Have like 3-4 things that you have to do each week, you know, or 3 or 4 things you have to do each day. I do it daily. You might do it weekly, you know. You can start slow, work your way up. But that's the thing, man. You have to set up a plan for yourself to get that moving. And you know, not everybody in watching this video will be in that situation, and not everybody in this watching this video will exactly know what I'm talking about or have experienced anything like it. But I'm guessing the majority of you guys have. And no matter what spot you are in your life, we all have falls, you know. There's so many positive and negatives in this life. And one more thing I want to add to the fear thing is that, remember, your life may seem so negative. You may be viewing the world in a super bitter and just super negative, gross way. But realize this: for every horribly negative thing, there is an equally positive one. And that's something that I've had to realize. I wrote it down in my fucking notebook, because I jot down shit that I think about sometimes. And I called it for myself the yin yang rule. And it's a balance. This world is a balance. For every great, beautiful thing in this world, there's something equally as bitter and disgusting, and that's just the world. That's just life, right? And you have to realize this while going through negative experiences, and realize that on the other side of things, that there is positivity. There are good things waiting for you. And I say this because a lot of people like me, and potentially you, were in or are in negative places in their lives and cannot see the brighter end of the tunnel because they've been there for so long. And I'm not saying I'm in a brighter side of the tunnel, but I'm saying that it exists. And I know it exists because I've experienced it, and I know you probably have too. Yeah, at least you've seen glimpses of it. And whether you have experienced it full force or not, I'm telling you it exists. So you have to stay hopeful in that regard. And in the meantime, while hope is not there, you must prevail. You must battle through your fear. You must find what you're afraid of and continue to fight it. And I want you to really think about, what are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? And what choices do you make on the daily that limit yourself, that limit your potential? Because, and I don't want to make this like some positivity, self-talk, like, you know what I mean, like a positivity type video. You know, like a self-help type video, right? I just want to bring light to this topic. Anyways, there's positivity, there's negativity in this world. You have to stay hopeful. Oh yeah, you have to write down, guys. Write down the things that you're afraid of anywhere. Yeah, I don't care if you're 18. I don't care if you're fucking 10. Actually, I do care if you're 10. Don't, like, chill out. Just relax. Stop worrying if you're 10. Or, like, to 15, whatever, right? But if you're my age, like 19, whatever. If you're 35, I don't fucking care. Because, like, a lot of people don't get out of this pit. And I'm telling you right now, the way out is to battle your fear. Do the things that you know you should be doing. And, you know, man, it's going to suck. It's going to suck doing those things. And it's going to be so anxiety filled. It's going to be really hard. But would you rather suffer doing that or suffer comfortable where you are now? And you might not even be fully comfortable. You might hate what you do. But if you have a vision in your mind of who you want to become, or a vision of goals that you want to accomplish, if you have this in your mind, then you know what choices you need to make to be better. And so do those, and fear will slowly diminish or become smaller, you know? Just get smaller, because it'll never disappear. And that's the thing, man. You can kill fear completely. It won't even have a voice, but as soon as you start letting it come back a little bit, it becomes a snowball, and then it takes over your life again. And I'm telling you guys, from experience, you cannot let that happen to you. Do not let that happen to you, because it won't ruin your life, and it may teach you something very valuable, but at the same time, it'll throw your momentum. You just don't want that, you know? Depending on your stages of life too, I assume like my demographics probably above 20. Who knows? Maybe it's not, but if it is, like, you definitely don't want that to happen. You know that. Anyway, fear is not talked about. Nobody talks about. Everybody says, you know, be tough, get done the things you need to get done. But like, a lot of people are in this hole to where they want to quit. You know, they're done with their lives. So, you know, fuck the those tough love type speakers on the internet, man. Get off the fucking internet. You are your biggest motivator, my friend. You motivate yourself the most out of anybody on this planet. So if you need motivation, if you need help getting out of this pit you're in, write down what you're afraid of and try to tackle those things, man. Like, don't even try. Do it. Tackle it. Tackle those things, man. Because if you don't tackle it, you're not going to get any better. And I promise you, you won't get better. So take my word for it, guys. Like, as somebody who accomplished many, many things young, and because he fell to himself, he let it slip away. Don't let yourself learn the same way I did. Learn from me. You know, don't let yourself fall into the trap of fear. Do not let yourself fall into that trap. Do not. You don't want to end up in a situation like I am, even though I'm rebounding out, right? And that's what you should do if you do fall into that situation. And if you have fallen into that situation before, or if you have before, then prevent yourself from doing it again. That's my biggest advice for that. So I'm sorry if this video was like a ramble or like talking in circles kind of deal, but I feel like this is an important message, and it's on my head. And look, guys, reality is I need to get back into YouTube if I'm going to make this MMA shit work, right? Or jiu-jitsu. Like, I want to do both. So yeah, guys, I got to get back on the horse again. I'm on the horse, just I'm fucking making it go faster now, you know what I mean? Start whipping it a little bit. But yeah, man. Y'all got this. You guys can do it. I don't want to end this by saying stay positive, because some people watching this will not be able to. So all I want you to do, write things you're afraid of, start to conquer them. I think you'll feel better. Peace.